So, The Vanquishers. I don't hate it, but I think I liked looking at it more than I actually liked consuming the story itself. And I think it's because there's too much going on here, and I don't quite feel the payoff is there. Like this season starts off with a lot going on. The introduction of Carvanista, his connection with Division, Swarm and Azure, the Sontaran invasion, the Weeping Angels, and to the season's credit, it does try to deal with these in their own time. But the final episode, we've got Sontarans, we've got the Grand Serpent, we've got Jericho, we've got the destruction of the Lupari, the Swarm and Azure's issues with time, and the connection with the Doctor, and the Fob Watch containing all the Doctor's unknown lives. And this feels like this whole season was trying to be one big movie or one big anniversary special, and I kind of felt this should have been a multi-Doctor event. And by multi-doctor, I mean just call David Tennant and Matt Smith, because Peter Capaldi is apparently not really interested in anniversary specials. I'm like, that's fine. That's up to him. And Chris, no, we're not getting Chris Eccleston. No, no. Could get Paul McGann. We might be able to get Paul. But no, no. I think that would have done this episode a greater service. But on the other side, I do like looking at this episode. I do like sort of seeing. I think this doctor is at her best in this episode, primarily because the person she gets to talk to most of the time is herself, because she's been split into three. So there's that. Everyone's doing something here. There's not a moment where someone's just standing around doing nothing. Everyone has something to do, but at the same time, certain things don't quite feel like they're properly paid off. Like Division sort of gives like a quick exposition, and then Division's presumably just gone. Like Tecteun is destroyed by Swarm, and then Swarm keeps hitting like, Doctor, you and I have battled for eons, and none of that's ever really revealed. And then Swarm and Azure are destroyed by Time. Time, who pretty much reminds us of the Tennant era, where it goes like, "Hey, Doctor, it's coming to an end soon. Your song will be sung, Doctor. Your song is coming to an end. He will knock 4 times." It's legitimately the same thing. Legitimately the same thing. And then we have stuff like, so did Unit just was Unit treated the way it was in the second season with Spyfall, so we could get this story here. This kind of crap. This is kind of crap. Say it right now. It's kind of crap. Because that's a lot. Like the reveal of the Timeless Child in Ghost Monument. It's not really a proper payoff. It's like, oh, okay, mentioned it once. Ergo, now when I do it again, it feels like we probably said it. You didn't. You didn't. And then, of course, Williamson's story, like, okay, so we decided to think that he was just super crazy. And by super crazy, he wasn't actually crazy. He was trying to do, like, the super cool thing. I don't get how the Doctor really wants to meet Williamson. Williamson's just a nice guy. It's kind of it. Who people thought was crazy. But whatever. Whatever. He was a bit eccentric, from what I saw, but whatever. Jericho is still the best character here, followed by Carvanista and maybe Vinder and Bell. I like that Vinder knows what a TARDIS is. That's still to me the best thing about Vinder, that he knows what a TARDIS is, which means more likely Bell knows what a TARDIS is. So I would have loved to see them as. Why weren't they companions? Oh, it would have been so cool. Ah, why didn't we do that? Oh, or Jericho as a companion. We probably couldn't afford Jericho, but whatever. It would have been so cool to see that. Ugh. But I still don't get how the Sontarans knew about the Flux. That to me is still weird. What happened to the Grand Serpent? Why is like exile the Grand Serpent? I'm like, all right. I'm like, oh, all right. Kind of a cop out answer to deal with him. And even how we dealt with Swarm and Azure was it. Even how we dealt with the Flux was kind of just, and we got rid of the Flux. Like the plan went a bit too well for me, honestly, even though we lost a legend. And Carvanista, I think, got the real short end. Like, the two characters who, in this season, who got the short end of the stick was someone who was here just about every episode, Carvanista, and a character who we keep getting hints of will matter, and that's the Fugitive Doctor. So it was revealed that Carvanista was, like, the Doctor's, like, best friend, and he'd done everything for her. And it turns out the reason he doesn't talk to her is because Division put a chip in his head that if he talks about it, he'll die in, like, 3 seconds. And that just kind of makes the Doctor seem kind of worse because she's essentially been harassing him with the specter of death. Like, imagine not being able to talk to your best friend because if you do, you will die. Like, instantly die. and then they just keep following you around. Even more so because that's not even his friend. That friend is gone, forgotten, and this one doesn't even know about him. That's just it's sad. And then like all of his people are wiped out. It's just, and then of course the fugitive doctor has nothing to do. Like she's just like, oh hey look, I'm Joe Martin. I'm clearly the best doctor in this era, but yeah, I'm not gonna do much. I'm gonna keep teasing. I'm gonna do something, and you don't. So yeah, yeah. This season is still the best of the Chibnall era. I don't think it makes it the best of New Who in general. I don't think it makes the best of Doctor Who at all, really, but still, whatever. So yeah, let's bring this video to close here. If you're new to the Bucket Think Tank, like, comment, share, subscribe, check out my videos, and I'll catch you all later. This is Bucket Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching. As always, may your fandom serve you well.